2% raises for 3 years. So this isn't like we're just giving them free money. The county, okay, shake your head. The county came out ahead on this.
Yes, they do.
And they were generous to do this, and it really helped us. And it was like every
employee, it wasn't
people voted on
just.
it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just, the motion will be as stated.
Are there any?
I have one more comment. So when you ran for office, did you know what the salary was?
Mr. Laring, I'm tired of hearing you say that, because you take a job, you know what the salary is, I'm making $100 a week. I don't expect to make $100 a week in 20 years.
This,
So you get a raise. I mean, I don't know what you're making, that's like foolish.
well, except you and I both ran for this office. We knew what the salary was. We knew what the term was. I don't think you entered into your position looking for a raise or a 2% raise. I know I didn't.
Please be quiet.
Mr. Laring, don't take your raise.
Any other comments? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, would you call roll call, please? And this is a vote for the 2%.
So the motion is to.
The original.
Full motion.
Back to the original
Yes.
motion. Commissioner Laring,
No.
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash.
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins.
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster,
No.
Commissioner Hughes.
Yes.
6. 5 yes and 2 no.
Motion carries.
That completes the report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Skolnick. Now we will move on to the chairman's report. I have a vacancy on the building authority. As to have a citizen's appointment of Andrew Ron, and I would like a recommendation or a motion. Oh, I'm sorry, we're revoking that. He's no longer.
Right, so moved.
It says appointment revocation, yes, I'm revoking that. And I need a second?
Support.
Oh, Williston supported, thank you, okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? That motion is carried. Number C, appraisal fair at the Muskegon Museum of Art. Professional appraisers will be there, from October 14th, from 10 a.m. in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you've got an antique that you would like to have appraised, it's $15. You bring your antique in and they will give you an idea what it's worth. USS Silversides Museum Marine Museum Lecture and Film Series starts Monday, November 4th at 6 p.m. and they are fabulous events. I attend a lot of those and they really give you some good information. A lot of the people were actually there, or family members were there. The Turkey Trail Run 5K at Gillette Nature Center is going to be Saturday, November 9th at 9 a.m. Beth, do you have the report as the assistant administrator?
Just a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd like to mention
Oh,
something
please.
on ATAC. I attended the meeting this morning. We're on track to collect the same or better than we did last year in accommodations taxes. Looking forward to another dock, because we will need one on 3rd Street for the additional cruise traffic.
Wonderful news.
So things are going well, and the visitor's guide is being readied as we speak.
Great.
And it will be distributed throughout the Midwest, Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, and even Pennsylvania.
Perfect. Thank you. Any other liaisons have a report from their committees?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
just, maybe I serve I'm vice chair of the Muskegon Area District Library Board, and yesterday we had our board meeting and voted to move ahead with the purchase of a new bookmobile.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's about a 10-month lead time to get one of those things, but there are lots of areas in this county that just aren't served. There's no library that's close by, and this is a very nice bookmobile. It'll have computer access and pretty much all the amenities you'd expect from a library.
Great.
And also, the final thing is that we are moving ahead for anyone who lives in Muskegon Township. There will be a new library in kind of a unique spot. We're planning on installing a library in the strip mall that houses Mr. B's And, it should be much better than the current facility.
Great.
That's it. Thank
A
you.
lot of parking, easy access, and be easy to see, so great, thank you.
Madam Chair.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Commissioner Lincoln?
Yes, the Fair Board had voted last Tuesday evening to adopt a new committee. The committee will be formed from the MSU Extension, the Health Department, and that, so that we'll have our first committee meeting on October the 29th. That committee is going to be addressing education and entrepreneurial opportunities out at the fairgrounds. So MSU Extension and the Health Department will be participating in that meeting.
That's great, that's a really good combination, I'm glad to see that happen, thank you. Anybody else? All right, we will move on to the Assistant Administrator's report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First item under my report is a reminder that our next meeting after today is not until November 5th, so there is no meetings next week.
Election day. Make sure everybody votes before or during that day.
And then I do have one item for your consideration, approval of the second one-year renewal option for the memorandum of understanding with the State of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for the processing of county child care fund foster care payments.
So moved. Support.
We have a motion and support. Are there any questions on this? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, could I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash.
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins.
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster.
Yes.
Commissioner Larry,
Yes.
Chairman Hughes.
Yes.
7 yes.
Thank you very much, that motion carries.
And that completes my report.
Thank you very much. Is there any old business to come before this committee today?
Yes, Madam Chair. I would like to make a motion that the county of Muskegon shall not become a sanctuary county, and the residents of Muskegon County shall be our primary concern.
Second.
It's old
That word
business,
is-
thank you.
It's old business, that was pulled from the agenda.
And don't we have rules against bringing last minute motions?
Not until the board rules committee meets and agrees to it,
Thank
No,
you.
that was voted on.
but it has not passed board rules. As a board member of board rules,
No, that was voted on, we didn't have to pass board rules.
Voted to
It was
take
voted
it.
on and that motion was passed.
See corporate counsel.
So the rule was 2 commissioners. I've heard 2 commissioners support this motion already.
We can go on, it don't matter.
The rule you're talking about, was, no floor motion supported by 2 commissioners.
Mhm,
That rule was voted on and passed by this board at that meeting.
mhm.
So it is a rule that exists.
but we had 2 supporters.
We can't hear.
Motion and a support.
Commissioner Larry.
That was for new business, this is old business.
We have a motion with, support. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
does that motion differ from the one that was in the agenda?
It is a different wording, but it is not exactly the same as the agenda.
Would you read that again, please?
That the
And-
county,
And the clerk is gonna need a copy of that.
that the county of Muskegon shall not become a sanctuary county.
Also, you use the word
I guess I would have a question.
versus no.
It's not a sanctuary county now.
Shall not, was the key.
Is there any other questions? Commissioner Mahoney?
I'm sad that we're dealing with this issue. It's a divisive issue in the county, it's a divisive issue nationally. And the national division has come to our community. And it divides citizens, one against another. And I don't think it's something we need to deal with. The second thing that, it presents neighbor against neighbor over an issue that we have no control over. It's a federal immigration issue, not a county issue. The federal government controls immigration in the country. Right now, you have an administration that's very much against immigration. next time or another time down the road, all of these
Illegal
rules we
immigration.
have may change. So I don't think we need to deal with this. It's not an issue we need to deal with. There are many other things we need to deal with. The unity in this community that will help us. But division, we don't need. Thank you.
Commissioner Nash.
Well, I want to co-sign what Commissioner Mahoney was saying. I think if people really paid attention to what the sheriff was saying, there is not a possibility of this community becoming a sanctuary city.
He didn't say.
He has laws that he has to follow, and he is working with ICE. So we don't need to tell him what to do. Matter of fact, we can't tell him what to do. It's his job to do it, and his job to follow the law. So all these are really just political motions, and it's ridiculous, and it's dividing our community, and it needs to stop.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. We're grown people. I'm glad there's no children here, because I would be embarrassed to bring my kid in here.
Yep.
That's right.
And it's the top floor that's leading this charge, and that's what's a shame and appalling. And we need to stop.
I wanted to correct the problem because we're not a sanctuary city, you know, and this is all a bunch of garbage. People make more out of it than what it is, and we don't need it, and that's what we're trying to do, is correct the problem. And I don't know how to correct the problem. If somebody else knows how to go about getting this out of the way, then tell us.
I guess I will have to say, my concern is that this is an extremely important thing before the county commissioners. We have two commissioners that are not here. That's why I removed it from the agenda in the first place. I think it's something that all of us should have the opportunity to discuss. So I am against bringing this back up again, but it's already been brought back up. So I have no choice but to let the vote ride. So, Madam Clerk, could I please have a roll call? Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioner Stoll.
You know, I thought the issue, I didn't know it was gonna be pulled until just now. Or
Yes,
earlier,
earlier.
just before the meeting, and now it's back again. So I've thought about this a lot, and I'd like to this will just take a few minutes. I'm very concerned because of the amount of time and effort